Hello. I'm sorry I'm late. I've been having some technical difficulties, as they say. But I'm here now, so that's good. And hopefully it'll stay that way. So let me just have a little clean up because I've been doing some other things. I just don't want to blind you with my light. Hi, Sue. Hello. Nice to see you. Oh, let's see what we're going to do. I've got, as usual, no idea what we're going to do. But, well, me having technical difficulties, a surprise. Yeah, I know. Hi, Karen. Hi. So, I think I should probably get started. I was going to have a cup of coffee, but my technical difficulties filled up all my time. So I shall just drink my coffee while we're going along. Now, what am I going to do? That's a good question. I don't know, but I got one of these from Leanne a while ago, and I thought I would do something. Well, I didn't think at all. I just grabbed it out of the box, but I think I'm going to do something with this. And we'll see what happens, because I think this is quite an interesting thing. It looks a bit like a clog that way, doesn't it? Oh, a little cradle. How sweet. But, oh, Sue. Hi, Claire. Hi, Leanne. Hi, Linda. Oh, it's nice to see you. I'll tell you what, these afternoons are so lovely. They are, I really feel like we're just all here together, just having a nice time. And it's so nice. I'm just moving that because I don't want to blind you with my light, because I got some new lights for Christmas from one of my daughters, and it's brilliant. It makes such a big difference. But the next thing I need to work on is a non-reflective surface to work on. Hi, Carol. Lovely to see you. Hi, Anne. Yes, so this is what we're going to do something with. I've got no idea what at the moment. I'm just kind of contemplating it. I may have picked something truly difficult. Now, the other thing I've got is that lovely Leanne sent me some snip art to play with. So I'm going to have a little shufty in here, because hopefully I will find something. Right, that's a contender that will fit in my little box. That's my hope anyway. Let's have a little look. Got a little house, got some little flourishes. Oh gosh, phew. That was a bit of a panic then. I thought I'd tipped over a drink. Please don't let that happen, please. Hi, Sue. All right, let's have a look. Oh, maybe a word might be. Oh, big mushrooms. Big mushrooms are nice, but they might be a little bit too big. Let's have a look. Oh, now that's very pretty. It might not be for this, so I'm going to get a few things out of this box of delights, and then we'll have a look at them. I'm not committing to anything at the moment. I'm just looking. Yes, okay. So let me get that back out of the way. Let's have a look. What do we got? Right, I think these are definitely in with a shout. There's some little woodlandy type things. I think they're, and I'm quite liking this. This is really beautiful. I'm just figuring out, oh yeah. And I do want a word or two. And a flourishy type thing is always handy. I've got a couple of different ones of those, but they're always handy. Feathers maybe. Now the little house, I'm wondering if the little house will fit in there. I think it might. So let's have a look. Love a little house. The other day I was thinking about, yeah, that's exactly it, Carol. That's where my head is going. Oh, again, hi, Leanne. Yes, yeah, you can find me on my YouTube, Leanne's YouTube. Yeah, oh, you Billy No Mates on my YouTube. Oh dear. Right, yeah, I was thinking about putting one of these little houses in a teacup the other day, but I think it will work quite nicely in here. So let's do it. Why not? Let's just take these little bits out. That's very cute. Very cute indeed. So they come out really nicely, the snip art bits. Right, I just want to get these chimney bits out. Gosh, they're going to be a little bit of fuffaroony because they're teeny tiny. Let me get a knife. The reason I've got a knife is because they've got that little kiss cut, and on these bigger pieces it wasn't even an issue, but because these are smaller, I just want to make sure that I take them out cleanly. I don't want to break any parts of it because they're too tiny to lose a little bit from. Oh, no singing, Rachel. What have we got? Oh, it's snip art, Carol. It's from Leanne. It's snip art. Hello, Facebook user, whoever you may be. Well done, Leanne. Get that table painted. You'll be glad you did. Right, now I'm just going to look on the roof and see if there's any obvious place. No, there's no obvious place of where I can put. So those are the sides. These slanty bits here are obviously the sides because of how it's going to sit on the roof. And then we've got a back and a front. Oh, I'm glad this isn't incredibly fiddly. All right, let's give this a go then. This is tiny. This is tiny. Sue would be really good at doing this. Yeah, Sue LaPlage would be very good at doing this because she does all sorts of lovely tiny things. So I'm just holding it in place for a little bit to make sure that my adhesive is stuck, because this is just quite faffy and I don't want it to end up being something that I have to stick several times. So let's a little bit of glue, and then just making sure I've got my sides on the side because I know that's where they need to go. A little bit of fiddly faffy, just holding it in place for a little bit. And that needs to come up. believe how tiny this is. Hi, Deb. There we go. Oh, I put it in the wrong place. I should have put it on the side. Ah, can I move it? Yeah. No, that's not going to work. They need, oh, see, now what was I saying about I didn't want to have to stick it several times? Well, guess what? Guess what? Right, I need to just, let's focus on one that's working. Right, that one's working. Bit more glue. Bit more glue. Oh, my phone's going. Hang on. There we go. Just, oh, I think I've got it. I've got it. Well done, Rachel. And then a little bit more glue there. Yay, we have a chimney. Okay. So actually, it's not as fiddly as I thought it was going to be, because if you just put those two side pieces together on top of the back or the front piece, and then you've got your little chimney shape. So it wasn't as fiddly as I'd anticipated. Now, my little house. Now, I want to make a hole in the base of my little house. And the reason I want to make a hole in the base, I'm just looking for my... Oh my goodness. I wish I knew everything was in my room. I did tidy it up. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to make you seasick. Right, I'm making a hole in the base of my house so that I can put some... if I want to put wiring in there, if I want to put lights in there or anything. So I'm just using my crocodile, and I'm going to do, I don't know, 2 or 3 holes together, because that'll be enough. Okay, and I'm going to do one more over here. There we go. So it's not the most beautiful of holes, but it's a good hole for fitting little lights in or anything like that, if that's what I want to do. I kind of feel like I should be decorating these walls before I put them in. Oh, is that me being too much? But I feel like I want some sort of... I am gonna have to, I'm gonna see about putting, I want some colour or some wallpaper. Or even something inside there, so that if I put lights in there, even though it's dinky tiny, there'll be something to see. I mean, it might just be me being weird, but you know, I just feel like I want a little something in there. Yes, I do. There's no stopping me. I'm gonna do it. Right. Let's get a little bit of paint. Give me a little bit of paint. Right, so I'm going to paint my teeny tiny mushroom. Because I want to put it inside my house. Because that's how I... Oh, sorry, I've knocked the camera again. It's just right at my head height, and that's quite risky for anything. Right, let's just start with... And you know the whole thing with painting any elements. Just don't worry about your first coat. Just get it on there. And then we'll worry about the rest afterwards. So I'm just getting my first coat on there. Let's need a bit more water with that. Let's have that. There, I like that. A bit of red. I mean, this is dinky tiny. It's... Oh, that's a bit wet, isn't it? Oops, I'm on cardboard. Oh, Rachel Harris. Control yourself with your heavy hands. There we go. So I'm just getting some colour on this little dinky tiny element because I'm going to put it inside my little house, and because I'm going to put some little lights inside my little house, I just want to have something in there. Hi Lamia. Hi. Right, so let's go for this cream colour. And just not getting too hung up on... I'm not getting too hung up on the detail, she says, as she's painting this teeny tiny mushroom, because she wants some detail, because, you know, that's how I roll. So I get those and that's looking very good. Oh, a Mad Archers weekend sounds absolutely fab. Sounds absolutely fab. Right, I need my white pen. Not going to worry too much. Just put a few bigger splodges. Yeah. And I'll turn it over in a minute. I'm just waiting for that to dry a little bit. And then I'm going to use a slightly... What colour is this? This is called a secret. It's called a secret. Oh, this is pink beige, but I just want something that's going to give me a little bit of shadow, that's all. It's not, you know, you could do this with a pencil if you wanted to as well. Just a little bit of shadow. And let's do a little... Doing the other side as well, because that's how I roll. I make life much harder for myself than it needs to be. But what can you do? Can you see what I'm doing? Can you? That is so tiny, isn't it? I'm saying, can you see what I'm doing? And I've just looked at the screen. Wow. It's teeny. Okay, so I'm just using that sort of can't remember what colour it was, but that darker pen just to add a little bit of something. Then, as if that wasn't enough faffing, I'm just going to take my, it says walnut ink stain, and I'm just doing the edges, because these are the sort of things that I will notice and they will bug me, so I'm just doing it now. Oh, Lou Withers. Hello, hello, hello. Lou Withers. Da, 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 da. Can't be helped. Right, so I've got my little mushrooms, which I like very much. They are very lovely. Now I just got to grab some moss from under my desk. Oh my goodness. Let's try not to have a crafty lunch. So I've got a bit of moss. Oh, I've got something else. These are all in the shops at the moment because of Easter, obviously, but I think that will work on my little, in my little sort of weird thing that I'm doing. These are just cheap, horrible ones from a cheap shop, but we can do something nice with it. So I've got my base, and I'm going to get a bit of moss going on. Won't need much at all because it's only a little dinky. Got some moss, and then I might put a little bit of green on the inside walls as well, because I like making. Oh, this is old, a bit crusty, but it'll still work. This is Pentart metallic paint that I just happened to grab, but I think the metallic will be nice. So I'm just painting the inside bits now. There we go. That's nice. That's that painted. And metallic paints dry super quick, so they are very, very quick and easy to use. So I'm just painting the inside of everything. We'll do the outside will be a little bit more sort of weathered and worn and grungy, but if I'm going to put some little lights in here, I think with the metallic paint it'll be quite a nice effect. Well, we can but hope, can't we? So I'm going to stick that when I've got it in my hand. I'm going to give it a stick. And I'm also, if you notice, while I'm painting, I am trying to avoid, I mean, it's quite difficult because this is so small, but I'm trying to avoid the tabs and the gaps, because obviously when you add moisture to anything like this, it's going to expand a bit, and we don't want to have a problem with putting everything together. So if you can avoid the tabs and the gaps, if you're painting before you stick things together, it will make life easier. So just adding a little bit more of this paint. It's quite nice, Hi Maxine, nice to see you. I'm trying to see what colour it is. I can't see the colour. Oh, here we go. White gold, it's called. White gold. It looks green. That's bizarre. Anyway, I think it will still, whatever colour it is, I think it will work quite nicely. So let's... Oh, fiddly, faffy fiddle. Come on now, you. It goes together surprisingly easily, actually, I've got to say. I haven't used, trying to think if I've used snip art previously. I don't think I have. I think this is my first. I've used other things from other companies like this, but not snip art. So this is, I mean, they are supposed to be the creme de la creme of this sort of thing. And so far, I have to say, I can't disagree. It's you know, it's all going together really nicely. It's all cut as easily. So I can't, you know, I can't fault them. These dinky houses are fab. I've got a die that cuts dinky houses, and I don't use it as often as I'd like to. I've done a few things with it, but these are a little bit more, you know, I mean, I don't think that I could cut this sort of board with my die. That wouldn't stop me trying it, but I don't think I could. Right, so I've got 3 sides on. I want to decide which side I'm going to have. Which side am I going to have facing? Let's paint this while I'm thinking. Because obviously you're not going to see all the sides. So I'm just trying to decide where I want to position my mushroom. There we go. And a little bit of moss on the floor. A little bit of adhesive. A little bit of moss. Come on, moss, get in there. There we go. That will do. I think I'll put that bit in as well. And then I need a little bit of silicone glue or glue gel or whatever 3D adhesive you like to use, just to make sure that my mushroom is anchored. Hi Anya. So I'm just gonna pop a little bit of 3D glue gel or silicone, or I'm using, what am I using? I'm using glue gel. So I'm just using that, and hopefully that's going to hold up my little, oh gosh, that's so cute. That is so ridiculously cute. So if I put, oh, wrong way around. So I can put that on there. That is so ridiculously cute, having little mushrooms in there. I love it. Right, let's stick the rest of these bits on. I'm going to paint the inside of the roof with this metallic as well. just because then when I put lights in here, hopefully the metallic will help it bounce around. Oh, love it. Wasn't it nice when you do something that you're happy with? It's really a nice thing. Right, let's do the inside of this roof. Just give it a little bit. Oh, we've got the chimney as well. Forgot about that for a minute after all that faffing. So on the inside of this one. Just so that the light will bounce off the metallic bits. And I still can't believe this is white gold because it just looks green. I wonder if I put the wrong lid on it at some point. Very strange. Who lives in a house like this? You see, and even in my head, saying that in a Lloyd Grossman voice, that's so mad. There we go. Let's stick this roof on. Well, it's got a nice little overhang actually. So wipe some of that glue back. Yep. And then if I remember that on this one, so I've got a bit of an overhang. And before I stick this down, I'm going to check that my mushroom hasn't fallen down. No, it hasn't. Lovely. Put my little roof on. Oh, that's just too adorable. And let me get a little mushroom, not a mushroom, Rachel, mushrooms on the brain. Get a little chimney and pop that in place. There we go. And because of the way that that chimney is cut, it just fits really nicely. So there we go. We've got our little house, and it's got a metallic inside with a little mushroom and some moss, and we'll do some nice painting on it once all that adhesive has dried. Just straighten it up because it's just having a little bit of a wander there. Right, I'm going to pop that to one side. Now, what's next? Next, we need to just sort the outside of this out and put things where we want them. Now, I really do like this. Right. Now, this is a layered piece, but when you put the layers together, it just adds something, and I think that it would be quite nice to have it about there. That's what I'm thinking, and I wonder if I can I give it, has it got a little bit of, yes, it's got a little bit of bend in it. Yes, that's gonna work. Okay, I'm just giving it a little bit of, I don't think you would have too much give with this, mind. I think I'll have to be a little bit careful, but it's doable. Right, so we have another slurp on my coffee just to help me keep going. Oh, that helps. I say I don't drink caffeinated coffee. all my coffee and tea and everything's decaffeinated, but it's still nice. Yeah, see that bit's popped up a bit. It doesn't really like being bent, but I'm going to bend it. So this is just what I do, and it's not something that I would necessarily suggest that anybody else does, because I don't want to get the blame for anybody breaking their stuff. We'll try this adhesive on it first, but I might need to put something a weeny bit stronger on. So it's got these two elements. On it, so I'm just holding it just for a little bit, just to just just to make sure that glue can hold. I don't think it's going to. I think I might have to use something a bit stronger, which is no problem. I've got something a bit stronger. I was just hoping that I might get away with not using it, but I'm going to have to use it. So I'm going to wipe off a bit of kitchen roll. Just going to wipe back this adhesive because I don't want it to be adhesive central on there. And let's get slightly stronger adhesive. This is Beacon 3-in-1 I'm going to use now, which has got a little bit more welly to it. There you go. And it gives me the opportunity to move this down a little bit as well. Now, in an ideal world, if I was doing this at home, which I am doing this at home. Now, if I was doing this in my own time, quietly on my own, I would clip this and leave it. So I might, yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'll stick what I can now, and then I'm going to pop some clips on it, and we'll pop it to one side while we work on any of the other elements. I think that's going to be the most sensible thing. So I'm just sort of adding little spots of glue. I'm not being too precious about it. And then we'll pop this. Such a beautiful little thingy bob, what's it? And having those two layers just makes it really quite special. Right, so let me grab my clips. Where are you, clips? There you are. These are dressmaking clips, but I really like using them for holding papery projects together because they're not too aggressive. Because nobody likes an aggressive clip. So let me just holding this in place while the adhesive takes. Hopefully it shouldn't take long. Just making sure I'm even. Right, I only need 2 should do it. So I've sort of given myself a bit of a fancy front, as you do. So let's have a look at these other little pieces to put in here. Right, I'm gonna want a few of these. Let's get these out again, because these are, pop that to one side, because these are quite small and fiddly. I'm going to cut the little kiss cut bits that hold it in place with my knife, because I don't want to pull it and then destroy, you know, a really nice embellishment. So that one. And more branches. I need to get some more of these knives. This is my favourite craft knife ever, this one. And it's you break the blade off one. I'm not sure what the proper name, but I got one ages ago in a Simon Says stamp box. I used to get a monthly box back a long time ago, and one of these knives was in there, and I've not looked back since, but the only place I found that I can buy them, I have to buy them in bulk. So I will get some more at some point, but more branches, Rachel. Yeah, I'm going to get all these branches and leaves, because I think they're going to be a really nice addition. So I'll leave the mushrooms in there for a minute, although some of these will probably work with where I'm at. So I have some of those as well. Oyster mushrooms, these are, aren't they? I think. Leanne will know. I think they're oyster mushrooms. Oh, it's a little dinky on there. Oh my goodness, these are so cute. Hi Joan. Nice to see you. So what's everybody else doing today? What are you working on something? Are you creating? Are you having your own casual Sunday afternoons? Right, I leave the mushrooms for now, because I'm gonna add those, but not quite yet. And I think we'll have some of these now. Some of the pieces go double, some of them go triple. So triple layers. I think this is a triple layer jobby. We'll have a look now, and we will find out for ourselves. Right, is this a triple layer? Let's have a look. I think it could be. No, that goes there like that. And oh yes, they are. They are triple. Oh, aren't they pretty? They're so pretty. I'm going to stick them together now. We'll have a couple of those because they're really pretty. Bear with me. 1 second. I had a call from one of my daughters, so I'm just telling her I'll phone her back shortly. There we go. Well, we say shortly, but she knows what I do on a Sunday as well as you do. So we'll see. Everything's on. So I'm going to stick this together. And yes, these are a 3-layer embellishment, and it's really, really effective. So again, like I said, I mean, this is my foray into snip art, and I'm really impressed. There we go. Really impressed with the design and quality. Right, so that's very nice. Pop that there, and I'll probably do another couple of these actually. Let's do one that goes the other way. Is that right? Well, I suppose it doesn't matter. You just so, and I mean, they are quite fiddly, and I've had fiddly things like this before, and they're quite easy to ruin because they're so fiddly. Coming out really nicely. Let's get that one. You know, I'm not ripping them out, but they're coming out okay. Right, let's layer these up. Now, do I want... Which way is that one going? That one's going that way, so I want this one to go this way. It's just my directions I've got to think about. You're doing a stupid art journal pages again, Sue. Oh, I bet they're not stupid. I bet they're ace. Oh, I've done two. Whoops, two the same. Silly girl. That's one on there. Oh, I'm glad I managed to catch myself before it went completely Pete Tong. Oh my god. Yeah, so you just need to check things are okay with the layers. But I do really like those, and I think well. Oh, art journals, aren't you? Or the style of art journal, isn't you? Which one, Joan? No, Sue, isn't it? Which one, Sue? Which is it? Is it the style, or is it art journaling that you're not into? There, so I've got 3 of those that they're really, really lovely. 3 of those are done. And we'll have a couple of these as well, I think. Oh, this is a snip art. Fantastic, isn't it? Oh, in general. Oh, but you just fancied giving it a go to see. Are you trying to make yourself like it, or is it a project that you've got to do? I'm just taking a few of these little flourishes out as well. And then I think, oh, and I want a word. Now, I've got art, love, or magic, or life. Oh, because I don't think vials is really going to go. But I think I'm going to do love. Oh, Sue, I feel you. I'm the same. I don't like giving up on things. I like to keep at it until it happens. Right, so I think I'm going to need some gel medium for this because I'm going to want to dry it off. So bear with me, I'm just digging around in my space for gel medium because I know I see it. Oh yeah, I've got some glitter. I might do some glitter as well. I like a bit of glitter. Oh, come on, we're nearly here. What is this? Soft. Soft gel medium is going to be a bit too soft, I think, for this. I think it needs something a little bit chewier. Right, let me find it. Oh, how do things just move of their own accord? I really don't know. I've got all the gessos, but that's not what I want. Hang on. It must be here somewhere. Would help if I didn't put lots of things in my way. Oh no, we needing that. Oh no, we don't want that going for a wander. Right. It's coming now. Sorry for the faff. But you know, it wouldn't be Sunday without a bit of faff. Right, so I think it's going to be, unless I can remember where I put it, it's going to be soft gel. Just one more look over here. Oh, Rachel. Wish I could remember where I put things. Oh, let's get some paint ready actually, because I'm going to be using that. Right, so I have some of that and some of that, and I'll get the soft gel. We'll use that. There we go. Oh, and I've just lid off my glue while I've been faffing. How naughty. There, right, everything stay still now. Right. Lid on the glue, Rachel, you naughty woman. Oh, dear me. And I'm going to pop that. I've got some gesso ready so that I can gesso this all. Let me in by the hairs on my chinny chin chin. Oh, there we go. So now, let's have a look a minute. So my little house is going to sit in there. Oh, so cute. And I want some of these bits on it. That's what I want. Yeah, that I think will work nicely. So I am going to going to try this soft gel medium and see if it's going to, I might need to go to plan B, but we'll try it. Really and truly a thick, heavy gel medium would be the ideal, but I don't know where my heavy gel medium is, so I'm going to go with what's on offer. Now that should help stabilize. Come on, you cheeky little thing. And the thing is, with all of this now, I'll be able to put my my, hot air thing, blowy thing. I'll be able to put that on here. So it will work. That's gas. But we will see. I'm not going to get too excited until I know it's going to work. So I'm just layering these elements up on the side, keeping in mind that I need to be able to get inside to put my little house and things in there. I'm not forgetting that. Oh yeah, that's going to work. And I can push my little mushroom out a little bit. And by layering it as well, I'm adding a little bit more stability to it all. Hopefully. Oh, I thought I'd lost you then for a minute. So you can see that's all coming together quite nicely. Now I want let's stick that one there. And again, I'm just being as mindful as I can be that I need to be able to get my little house in there. So I need to be sensible. Mm-hmm. No, that's not going to work, Rachel. So it's trial and error and being careful with the sticky bits. There we go. I'm nearly at a place where I'm happy. We will just add a few more little bits. I hate getting this stuff on my hands, I really do. But you got to, haven't you?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Did you hear that? Did you guys hear that? Yeah, she's here. Right. So as ever, as I'm always doing, I've overshot the amount of embellishments I need. But I never mind doing that because I'll always keep the bits that I don't use for other projects. You know, it's never a waste. Oops, no, oh, you would, wouldn't you? Right, I'm gonna have to get my tweezers to get that, I think. Oh, actually, I could use my scissors probably. Oh, that's so annoying. I did not want that to happen. Now, if you don't want that to happen, what I suggest is you could screw up a piece of paper and shove it in the middle just to hold the space so that, oh, you absolute monkey. Oh. Right. Careful now. Right, that is sticking quite nicely. That is sticking quite nicely. It needs to come up there. That's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Right. Now I want that to stick there. Got to be so gentle with this until once I throw the dryer on it. It will be easier to move. So why don't I do that now? Because that would be in the interest of all of us. You wouldn't have to watch me faff, and I wouldn't have to faff. So let me put that there a second. Oh, gel medium on the fingers. It's an absolute moo. Alright, let me get my... I'm going to grab my dyeing air gun, heat gun thingy bob. What's it? I've got a new one that lovely Leanne sent me, but I need to get it out of the box. So I'm just going to see if this one will survive a little bit longer. Let's plug it in. And let's dry this gel medium so we haven't got to worry about it all. Well, I haven't got to worry about it all falling to pieces then. Da, 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 da. I decorating a booty. It could be a booty, couldn't it? It could be a booty. It's, you know, it's got that potential. But I think it's an egg. I think it's a hanging egg is what I think it is. So I've made a little house that I'm going to put in here and potentially put some little lights on it. But I just put in some extra bits on it. Claire, Fabri-Tac. Yes, Fabri-Tac is much quicker drying. It's true. I could have gone with that. I could have, but I didn't. So, so now I'm just drying the gel medium because I've used soft gel medium on here, and really I should have used you know, a thicker gel medium. Soft is not really, it's not really enough. But once it's dry, it'll be fine. Which is why I'm just giving it a little blast now. Yes, so actually I should have used heavy body, and I didn't. So it's my bad. But yes, this could be a booty. In fact, when I was playing with it, when I grabbed it to begin with, I thought it looked a bit like a little clog. Hi, Peggy. Hello, hello, hello. Oops. Don't drop it, Rachel, please. We've got to use it now. So, yeah, drying my gel medium before I move on. And that's really important if you like doing these sort of 3D type projects, you really need to dry your gel medium between layers. Otherwise things will just move and fall off, and that's just frustrating. You don't want to have to deal with that. There we go. That's coming together very nicely. And I think everything is pretty much stuck now. There we go. Oh, sorry, I knocked the camera. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel seasick. Oh, that's not quite stuck down yet. Right, I wanted to stick a branch. Yes, I wanted to stick that in there. I'm going to use a bit of the 3-in-1 on that now. There we go. And just pop in that there. And that's going to give that a little bit more security at there. Actually, that's a little bit wobbly still. So, and I could do with, it won't hurt to balance that out a little bit more. Ta-da-da, my Easter extravaganza. I need to make my husband a Valentine's Day card, actually. That's something I need to do, but I'll do that later. So let's get that one there. So I quite like the balance of that now. That's rather nice. And then of course there's all the little extra leaves and bits and bobs that you can pop on. I'm just checking if that bit. No, we won't put that one on there. I've got these other, I pulled off loads of bits thinking, oh, I'll use this and I'll use that. But I think that's probably enough for the outside. Now I'm just checking the security of this because I want it to be nice and secure, because it'll be really, really frustrating if everything falls off. So I'm just adding a little bit more adhesive to the back there. There we go. And I can take these clips off here now. So that's going to be my little, I don't know what you'd call it, but my little forest diorama. So we'll get this lot sorted, and then we'll work on the inside and use that little house that we did to begin with. And I'll show you a few little tricks I have up my sleeve. Right, let's get, you can go back. Actually, you can go to the side for a minute because I might need you again. Pop you over there. And I'm going to use put the knife away, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the Pevio gesso because it's so good at keeping fine detail. It's going to be ideal for the fine detail of these little bits and bobs. Let's have a little drink a minute. That was nice. Right, what brush have I got here? No, that's too big. Too big. Grab a brush. Hi, Denise. Oh, goodness, Rachel, you are very good. The 1 year mine moaned he never gets a card, so I did Christmas, Valentine's, birthday. Yeah, no, I've got to be nice to him. He's all right. So I'm going to pop a little bit in here. I'm not worrying about getting, I don't need to worry about getting down to the bottom because I'm going to fill the bottom out a bit and create a little bit of landscape to put the little house on. So I'm not really worried. Not really worried about going all the way down. There we go. And let's get this. Painted. Love detail on these snip part bits. They're very cool. Hello, whoever you are. Just making sure I get in the little nooks and crannies there. And we'll do some nice things to this to pop out all of the details. So don't worry. Whenever you're doing anything like this, it's easy to think, oh, I'm losing all the detail, but you're not. We're just creating a little base so that we can come in and do all sorts of nice things to it. So I'm just pushing the paint into those gaps because, of course, this is quite a 3D piece with a couple of layers. So we need to get right into those elements. He is. I'm going to keep him. I am going to keep him. Well, he's, I always joke he's my current husband because I've been married 3 times. But yeah, I'm going to keep him. There we go. Just carrying on, just painting. gesso in. It's really not the most interesting thing to do on a live, but what are you going to do? It's got to be done, and it's casual Sunday, so I'm afraid it's happening. Just getting in. So as I'm turning it around, I can see little bits that might show. So it's just an opportunity to gesso them as well. Just getting all of those little areas. Oh, do you know, I haven't used glitter for about a million years. I'm going to put some glitter on this. It is my Easter egg extravaganza. And I'm going to glitter it. There we go. If you're nervous about your stick, I know that there is a stick, you know what I mean, your adhesion put in, you know, if you're nervous about things staying where you put them, there's a super glue in Mad Archers. I haven't tried it yet, but I have it on good authority that it's good stuff. So I think it's Pentart super glue, I think, or Stamperia super glue. But yeah, there is super glue, which I have to say, if I had it to hand, I'd happily use that on a project like this to make sure that everything stayed where I put it. Oh, nearly done. Just a little bit gentle on this one because we had a few little issues with it. Well, I think it's coming along quite nicely. I think once we've done the painting on it, I think it'll be nice. Now, the problem I do have is that I should probably paint the back, but I need to wait for the front to dry so I can do that. But I've got to paint the little house as well, so yeah, that should work. Getting in the little bits. Yeah. Now, if anything falls off at this point, don't despair, because we're still in the prep stage. And it's kind of a good thing because it's better to know now if things aren't secure than to get further along in your project and have them fall off. And the thing is, you can stick them back on if they fall off. So it's not the end of the world. Now, am I telling myself this? Yes, I am. But no, I think we're good. I think everything's going to stay where I'm putting it. It could do with some heavy body gel. It really could. But all right, I'm going to leave that to dry because I can't paint the back until I can move it over, if you see what I mean. So let's take the little house. Oh, it's so darling. And let's give it a gentle gesso. This is honestly the dullest part of any live, isn't it? I do apologise, but there's nothing I can do about it. I have to gesso, otherwise it won't work very nicely. Yeah, these little tiny houses are a lovely solid little house. There we go. And just be mindful you're not getting paint through those little window panels and things, because we've already done the inside of this little house, so we don't want anything else. Oh, I've got to plug my computer in. Bear with me. Right, let's put the little house down. It's only black at the minute because I like to use a dark gesso. And wait. No, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. What can I say? What can I say other than I'm sorry? It's not my intention to click on and off, but it so it comes to technology. But we can't all be good at everything, can we? And I've not seen Bill Gates make an egg diorama, so not sure about this thread either. I think I might change this for a piece of ribbon. So I'm not going to worry too much about getting paint on it. So, and I'm working on the back now, just because obviously it's a hangy thing. So I want to make sure that whatever area people see, it's pleasant to look at. So that is, I think, about it. Just obviously, because I'm adding moisture, some of the fine, I need to just be mindful because some of the finer areas of the snip art, adding lots of moisture is going to reduce it's going to compromise the integrity of the board. Gosh, that was big words. Thank you. Good to see you. Oh, thank you for your patience. It is much appreciated. So once all the gesso is dry, we won't have to worry about the integrity of the doing what's it be compromised. But at the moment it's just quite delicate, so I'm just leaving it there to dry for a minute. And why did I put that away? Because I want to use that now. Where did I put it? So, and I'm going to see, now this is a proper cheap, nasty little thing, but I'm going to gesso it. I'm going to gesso it because we're going to add this. Let's see, have I got enough on this brush still? Might have. Yeah, just giving this a gesso so that I can do some nice things with it. And you wouldn't know that this was a nasty, cheap little doofer. That's the great thing. I love in the shops at the moment with like Valentine's and Easter stuff, you can pick up some real useful things to add to your stash. There we go. I can see the bottom of them. Just get in there. That's good. Right. I can put that off to one side now. So what else do I want to do to this? I've got my house, I've got my nest. I'll grab some lights in a minute. I want to put some mushrooms actually in with the doofer. Now you could obviously, if you haven't ever done one of Leanne's mushroom classes, I recommend it. They're very good. And you could use some little homemade mushrooms with this, would be fab. But I've got snip art fever today, and I'm going to do some more snip art is what I'm going to do. So I'm just doing exactly as I did on the little one. Oh no, I didn't need to do that. Got a load of gesso on me everywhere. Oh, Rachel, man. Right, clean bit of kitchen towel I think would probably help. Deary me. Now, I think I should have changed my water really. But, oh, so ditzy. Right, I need some moisture, and my little pot of water is just too murky because I put my gesso brush in there. So I'm just going to use some of this. And you can see that the chipboard that this is made out of really does absorb what you put on there. So it's not, you know, it would. In an ideal world, a little coat of white gesso would have probably been a good idea on these, or black. I mean, you know me, I like using black gesso under everything, but a bit of gesso would have most definitely helped this. Oh, and I didn't paint the top of that one. Rachel, where are you at? Where's your head at today? Dear me. Let's get on top of that one down. Oh, I tell you what I'm obsessed with at the moment. It's The Boys. Have you seen The Boys? Oh my goodness. It's on Amazon Prime and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. It's so good. It's been going for a little while, so you know I'm very late to the party, but I'm really enjoying it. Right, put lids on these. Let's give everything a little. Oh, bless you. I have got a new one, but Olga did tell me to try something first. So I'm going to try something. She gave me a handy hint, which I'm going to try. Let's just give that a little try. Oh, it's broken there. Oh, a bit of my branch broke off. That's the problem with if you're chucking it around when it's wet. But it's okay. It's not ruined it. It's just done a bit like that. I'm just. Oh, it's very good, Claire. It's very good. Well, I say it's very good. I suppose it depends what your cup of tea is. It's my husband's not into it at all. I love it. I think it's so clever. Right, let's put some spots and dots. A bit random. And on this one. wondering where I safely put that other pen, because I haven't put it back. Oh, Rachel Harris. If only you weren't so ditzy, you'd be alright. That's nice, I like that. Right, let me just, it's on here somewhere because I've not long used it. But there are a lot of things on here. Got it. I've got it. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of detail, a little bit of shadow. It's not much, but it just makes a difference. You'd notice it if it wasn't there. You know, those sort of things. There's lots of things like that, aren't there, that you don't actually notice them when they're there, but if they weren't there, you'd really notice it. Does that make sense? I think it does. And let's get a bit of walnut ink involved in this. Yeah, that's good. And these will go nicely with the house inside. So we've got the house, we've got the nest, we've got some mushrooms. Need to build up the inside, but I'll do that once we've painted it. And then we can start putting it together, paint the house and paint the nest. So yes, I've got a bit of a plan. I know what's going on, which is, you know, not always the case, so that's quite positive. Right, let's get some paint on this. Now I think I'm going to use some of these Mayer's Memories paints. That's what I'm going to use. Apparently there's some more Mayer's Memories coming in to the shop, so that will be exciting. But I'm going to use, I've got Mellow, Eucalyptus and Cloud Grey. So those are the colours that I'm going to use. And I'm going to open them all because I'm going to kind of do a bit of, if I can open it. Hi, Terry. Oh, who's Jensen Ackles? Who plays Jensen Ackles? Oh, Terry, you can't be late. Honestly, it's impossible. I might be here for days, so you can't, you know. I mean, gosh, I don't. If people want to dip in and out or come whenever, it's really not an issue at all. Right, I need to address this dirty water situation because I'm not going to be able to get a decent finish on this if I don't. So I just talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to just get some water from the room next door. clean water. I think that should be very useful, really. Right, let's get on with this. Put my mushrooms out of the way because otherwise I'll forget where they are. Now, just trying to think how I want to do this. It's a little bit too much paint there. I want to do sort of dry brushing-ish with this. I don't want to go storming in there because I want to have some sort of not complete colour, but a little bit of the colour of the things that are on here. So I don't want to take too much away from that. So let's get a little bit green. I'm just going to dot some of that off. See, even this to me is a little bit too much, but I can work around it. Just getting a bit of colour in there, really. And I'm not worrying about it too much because I'm going to add moss pastes and things like that, so I'm not, you know, this is very much a first layer, and it's just getting a little bit of colour on there. And these Maya's Memories have got quite a nice sort of bit of shabbiness to them. Let's put a bit of the grey there. Just flicking that up. There we go. So I like that. I like where we're going. I think we're headed in the right direction for what I want to do. Let's get that brush cleaned off. Oh, see, I'm missing some of this conversation and it looks really interesting, but I need to I'll be going back on this afterwards to find out what was said because it sounds interesting. Right, let's put these little Maya's Memories away for now. Oh no, actually, it might not be a bad idea to pop. Just doing a little bit of dry brushing on these little eggs. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing, can you? I'm just those sort of cheap and nasty eggs that I've got. I'm just doing a little bit of dry brushing on those as well. And I think that's it now with that paint. So I've just kind of given a bit of colour to this. I am going to be putting lots of other things on here, so I'm not getting too too worried about it because there's going to be waxes and pastes and whatnot. Oh my. So right, I'm just, in fact, talking of that, I'm just going to grab my moss paste. There we go. Brilliant stuff. I've got something on my shelf and I don't know what it is, and I'm really tempted to have a look now, but I know I can't. Right. I'm just drooling over eye candy. Oh, it's good to have a little drool. So I'm just going to take some of this. This is Pentart moss. I think Cadence do one as well. Now, when I do this, I never do it in just one colour. I always combine. And it comes in a couple of colours. So just doing a very light, gentle checking it here and there. But yeah, I think the Cadence and the Pentart one comes in a couple of different colours. So it's not difficult to find like that. And you want to use a couple of different colours because it just will, if you use the one colour, it will look very flat. Whereas if you mix up a couple of colours, it will just give it a lot more interest. So just dotting that around, letting it fall down there a little bit on the sides, up here as well. Now, with this Pentart moss paste in particular, I don't know about the Cadence one, but with the Pentart one, if I apply heat now, I get a little bit of puffing, so which is kind of what I want. So I'm going to do that. Just, it will be tiny because I've only used tiny little bits, but it will just be another little bit of texture to add to this. The coroner. No, I don't know the coroner. So it's just tiny little bits I'm getting here and there where I put enough of the paste on for it to just get, I'm getting a slight puff from it in places. A little bit of texture, which is just perfect. Obviously, if you want more texture and more puff, just add more of this. There we go. So I'm happy with that. Now, let me see. I haven't done anything to the back yet, and I might leave the back for me to do at some point. But I'm feeling a bit glitter, is what I'm feeling. So I'm just gonna get my little glitter box out and have a look. What have we got? Oh, we have glitter. Something. Oh. Oh, that's pretty special. Sorry, I will share in a minute. I'm just grabbing what I need and then I will show you what I'm going to use. Right, I'm going to use that. So I'm going to use, this is Distress Glitter Dust. And this is vintage. Oh, what is it? Vintage, can't read it because vintage platinum. I was torn between this one and some, I've got some of the Stamperia glitter as well, which is quite cool. But I want to use this one. And I need to get some little bits on here now. So I'm just going to use my glue. I could use the soft body doodad. Just being gentle and not going too mad with it. Trying to remember where I'm putting it so I can get it vaguely symmetrical. Right, I think nearly done. I'm going to add wax to this as well, so there will be lots of other opportunities for a bit of niceness. But a little bit of glitter, I think, is in order. So we get a piece of paper. I'm just doing this over a piece of paper so that I can rescue what I don't use. I can't believe I'm using glitter. It's been forever. But I think it needs a little bit. Just being gentle with this. Very gentle. In fact, a little bit more there. Up here. It's just not something I think of using very often, but it's got such a nice little effect. Right, is that everywhere that I put glue? I think so. I've got glitter all over the back now. Oh well, that'll save me. Look at that. Look, I don't know if no, the camera's not picking it up. But I've got some little bits of glitter now. So that'll be nice. I like that. Let me pop this glitter back. Gosh, I've had this for such a long time. I don't even know if they still... I'm sure they still do it. Yeah, I like it, Claire. I like it, I've got to say. Right, let's get some wax on this now. Let me get my... Oh, sorry. Banging my camera. There we go. Just grabbing my wax. Oops, it's okay. Everything's okay. I'm just making a lot of noise. Right, so I need to put get some wax on this little darling green and is that gold? Honey gold. That'll do. Honey gold is funny gold in my. And there's a plain gold. Okay, good. Right, so I've got a few different colours of wax because I'm not just going to go straight in with one colour. And of course, like I said before in the past, you can, if you've got a little brush that you want to designate as your wax brush, go for it. But remember, if you use a brush for wax, then it needs to kind of stay your designated wax brush, really, because it's really difficult to get it out of your brushes once it's in there. You can give it a go with hot, very hot water and things, but it will, you know, it won't do your brushes any favors. So I do have a little brush that I use with wax sometimes, which I keep in my box with all my waxes. But most of the time I just use my finger. So, oh yes, there's glue there, Rachel, you silly girl. So probably should have waited for my glue to dry, but I'm on a mission. So I'm blending the different colours of waxes. So I've got the gold and green that I'm blending on these little areas that I want to be more green. But the gold really brings a little highlight to it. Just put my fingers behind these elements here so I don't snap them off when I'm doing it. So you can see that's starting to, hopefully you can see that's starting to really come to life now. And then okay, and I want now this colour is, what's it called? It's Opal Magic wax, but it's got a bit of a sort of interference thing going on, which I quite like. And that's just really pulling it out. I'm going to do a little bit of, what's this one called? A bit of peacock as well on there. Just I'm just going to try and pop a little bit of the blue, not loads, but just a little bit on there because it will just tie it in then. So I've got some glitter and I've got some wax, and that's really, hopefully, I don't know if you can pick it up, but I think it's popping quite nicely. Bye Terry, take care, bye bye. So we've got our little housing sorted out now. So let me pop my waxes away. Oh, I need to do these little eggs. So you can see this little grotty little Easter nest. It's starting to look a little bit more interesting now. Let's put some of this one on here as well. So, and the waxes will really, they'll work on this. As you can see. So I've got my little nest. Right, I need to do my little house. Let's put these away. Just get them out of the way because I'm running out of room here on this desk. So let's get them out of the way. I'm going to leave the gold because I might want to add a bit of a highlight to the house when it's done. Right. So that's all ready to receive the little house with the lights in. Now I need to do the little house with the lights in. So I'm just looking for I want Indian turquoise and white ideally. Oh, I forgot old ivory. Old ivory. I remember it well. Oh dear. What's that one? That's ivory and that's old ivory. What's the difference? Not a lot. Right, well, we'll just go with ivory then for now. So let me pop that over there and get this little house. And oh, my light's not on, is it? There we go. Is that a bit better, I think? So I'm just getting a little bit of the Indian turquoise and a little bit of old ivory because those are the colours that I'm going to use to paint the house. And I'm just looking around for my paintbrush that I want to use. That one will do. So I've got a much smaller paintbrush, but I'm still going to do dry brushing on here. So, but I'm keeping my strokes all going in the same direction. I'm just going to keep oh, I nearly went into a bit of a song then. A bit of soul to soul. Keep on. So, like that. Don't worry about the edges of the roof. If you obviously, I'm not worrying about the edges on the roof because I'm going to paint those now. So that'll be fine. They'll be covered over. But I do want to get my house in order. Get your house in order. So just, miniature dry brushing is what we're doing. That's a thing. And around here. Oh, hi, David. So just still painting, doing miniature dry brushing on a little tiny miniature house. Go. Oh, I've missed a side. I knew there was a side missing. And don't forget, we've painted the metallics on the inside of this. So while it looks dark at the moment, once we get some little lights going on, they should be rather interesting. And we've got that little mushroom as well. Let me grab. Oh, come on. There must be. Every colour I want is about 1,000,000 miles away from me at the moment, but never mind. Let's give it a little red roof. That sounds quite a cute idea. We'll have a little red roof. I might even go around the windows in red as well. Oh, no, I won't. No, I won't. It'll look like a fireman's house. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but just having a little witter. Right, now I need to just be careful on those roof edges now because we're tidying up from the first coat. So it's time to just take a little bit of time. A little bit of time and effort on that. Just those little edges, because otherwise you don't have to worry. Yeah. It is tiny, Marcia. It is tiny. I think it's the smallest I've done. Oh no, actually no, I'm lying. It's about the same. I did that. I did some stuff a year or two ago, and I did little houses on the side of a planter, and they were about this size actually. Oh, my phone's off again. Be prepared because my house phone might go in a minute. There we go. So that's okay. I like that. I'm going to put a little bit of green as well. Let me just wipe up that paint because I know I'll stick my hand in it otherwise, and I really don't want to. Bear with me 1 minute. I'm just doing my Sunday afternoon live a minute, love. So I'll give you a call back after. Okay. Bye. Bye. There we go. All right. I'm actually gonna give that chimney a little bit of a slightly different colour as well, just because I can. So that's the little house so far. I'm going to ignore that. I know there's a door there, but I'm actually going to have this side exposed in the diorama, because I think that's going to be, I think it's just going to be the more sort of, there's more open spaces to see the little mushroom inside the house. So I'm just taking some of that moss paste again. Just popping just tiny little tiny bits. Oops, oh, that's a little bit more than a tiny bit, but never mind. I don't need to really worry about going right back, because you won't see it. Right, let's put that in the water. And I'm just going to put the heat gun on this in a minute. There we go. So we've got the little house, and we've got some mushrooms, and I've got some moss. So I just need to get my little lights to go in there, and I need to wipe that paint before I put my hand in it. Right. Okay, so I'm going to get my little lights to pop in my house. I'm also going to change, I'm going to change this. No, actually, I'm not going to change it. I'm going to leave it for now and see if I can live with it. Let me get my tiny light. I'm hoping I've got a set of about 8 lights, something like that. I mean, really, I only need one. Let's see if there's a smaller set in a minute. Oh yes. Oh, I need to put a battery in that. Right, got some lights that I'm going to pop in. Oops, sorry, don't feel seasick, please. So we're going to pop some, this is just a little set of lights. So how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 lights. But I mean, really and truly, I don't need label, but we'll go with Alright, I'm just making sure I put this the right way round, like that. Did I get it right? No, I didn't get it right. I'm not very good at getting the batteries. Well, obviously, because it's something that's not creative, I'm not very good at it. So if I do these the other way around, maybe I'll get it right. No. Alright, this is a plus, that's a plus. Do I put the plus towards it? Or the plus away from it? It hasn't working. That's what I wanted. And then I've got that little hole that I made that I can put a light or two in. Let's see if I can get two in there. And then we can see the little mushroom. So now I just need to, now I could put a lump of clay in here or anything really. I think I'm going to just look for a bit of, screw off a bit of paper, because that'll be a good start, I think, and just start filling. I'll fill that space. I think that will probably do it actually. And I've got a bit of moss, so let's, right, I'm going to stick this paper down because otherwise it could cause problems. So let's put a good dollop of glue. And then I'm going to get slightly different glue actually. So I've got that in there, and then I'm going to use this 2-in-1 glue, I think. Now, I'm going to put this where I can I need to put this where I can get at it, but I don't want it to. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, and then I've got my moss. I tell you. And then I can put that is actually wedging quite nicely. So I think that is where that's going to go because it's really wedged. Unless I can. house. And I've just put my switch where I can get it. I can get to it, and I'm not going to adhere the moss completely down because I want to be able to get to things if I need to. But I am going to stick these things down. Oh no, my scabby nest is going to be too big for it, but that's okay because I like it like this. This is cute. Let's get that there. So there we go. I hope, can you see that? Hopefully you can. But there we go. That is me done for today. And I hope you like it. And that's my little Easter diorama. And it will hang as well, which is rather nice. So there we go. Happy days. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'll catch you again soon. I think not tomorrow. Do me. I think next week, I think I've got somebody with me, which will be nice. But there we are. Just tilting that for you. Thank you very much. Thank you for sticking with me. Thanks. Bye bye. Oh, press the right button. Come on, you can do it.